when I look at each of the family members, they have a certain kind of connection to our market. And on my side, my first exposure to the market was actually under the tutelage of, Mr. Balogun at CSL. This was from about 2010, thereabouts. I'm extremely grateful for that. But it was my first exposure to, at the time, we called him group chairman. And I remember being prepped for my first meeting with him. The first thing, of course, is your dressing. You had to make sure you're properly dressed, your tie was in place, your pockets square, and everything was fine. But you never quite plan for how the event itself will go. There's so many careers that really are plugged into the life of Otumba, and we're very grateful for the life that he lived and the legacy that he left behind.
He was the first private individual to obtain a merchant banking license, which led to the establishment of First City Merchant Bank. He was one of the pioneers who fought for an establishment of a chartered institute of stockbrokers, and the list goes on and on and on. But what stood Otumba out from his peers is that he insisted on leaving a legacy in whatever he established. That is one of the reasons behind the change of the name of the First City Merchant Bank to First City Monument Bank. Otumba Balogun wanted to leave monuments that will testify to his greatness far into the future, and he has succeeded in that, not just through the many corporate institutions and buildings that he has left behind, but also through the personalities that went through his tutelage and have gone on to establish their own very successful businesses. That also extends to his home front, where his children, such as my late brother Bolaji, Ladi, and many others that are here, are doing excellently well in their chosen fields.
The man that we celebrate today he was a doyen. I had a personal relationship with him. And he was very, very supportive and gave a lot of advice, always in the interest of the market and of the exchange. As you all know, he was on the council of the exchange many years ago, and has always continued to look out for the best for the exchange. And so it is right and befitting that we give him this honor that we bestow on him today. Otumba Balogun always charged us to ensure that we uphold the virtues of the Institute, trust and integrity in all that we do. We had some moments with him, and they were truly inspiring. And I will say that the Institute, we were fortunate to have the last meeting with him February 10th this year. And he shared a lot of things with us, which you are all going to see and read about in the book that will come out soon on the history of Nigerian capital market, the authentic stories by those that were involved. You will see the videos, you will read the book, and you will be able to get a good answer on all of what Otumba told us.
My association with this floor really was made possible by the late Otumba. I joined City Securities, I think it was 7th June 1978. And of course, the call over experience brought memories. But this was even the second stage, because here you are using the official list. The stage we were in when I was Olente Lafa and Alhaji Yusuf was oppressing me. Was chalk and blackboard.
I recall a few times when I was still struggling to become a stockbroker, he will always nudge me on. Go and tell him, go and tell him. Talking about Alile at the time. I said, what's happening? He has been a truly inspirational leader. And I say he's transformational because everything he lays his hands to do has always turned to gold. And we hope that as we follow his footsteps, as we recall his antecedents and his advice to us in pursuance of excellence, trust, and integrity in the execution of our business and wealth creation, we'll always have cause to thank God for that life.